Hello YouTube and welcome to your 13th PHP video tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to be going over the get function, which is built in already to PHP. And what this function does is it's for basically passing data to the PHP files. And instead of me going into a long-winded detailed definition of what get is, I'd rather just go ahead and show you how this function works. So what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to create a form for passing data. So what we're going to do is we're going to open a form. So let's echo this actually. Go form. The action is equal to, we'll set the action equal to page.php and method equal to, you know what, we need to do this too. Okay, so what this is actually, I'm not going to echo this just so that I don't confuse you guys. I'm just going to have this normally. So let's just have HTML up here. Okay, so what we have is we have a form. So let's do some HTML tags and HTML and body. Sorry about that, I'm just kind of rushing here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so what we have now is we have a form, and we specified two new fields for the form. One being action, and the action is where the information of this form is going to be sent. Our information is going to be sent to newpage.php, and which method we're going to be using is we're going to be using the get method. So that's that. So now we need to have some input fields. So we'll have input type equals text. My bad. Okay, so we'll have input type equals. God. I'm sorry guys, I'm kind of new with this text editor and it just doesn't like me. Input type equals text, and we have to have a name, so we're going to have the name equal to fname for first name. We're going to add another input type. We're going to add this, and we're going to say input type equals text, and we're going to have the name equal to h. Now the name is actually going to reference the get. So like the name is going to be how you use the get. And I know you probably don't understand what that means, but just stick with us and I promise you'll understand this pretty easily. So now we're going to have an input button. So now we're going to have input type equals submit, and we'll just give it a name anyway, screw it. Name equals, a good practice to get used to anyway. Name equals submit, and value equals submit. Okay, close the form, and to make sure I did this right, let's go to a new tab, localhost /13, and cool, we have a form. Now let's just for the sake of the tutorial, let's have username and let's have age. Okay, username and have age and refresh. Okay, now we have username and age. Now let's start our PHP. Now that we have a form set up, let's start our PHP. Now all of this is being sent to a new page called newpage.php. So the information that we type in is going to be sent to that page. So let me show you an example. username Tony, age 19, and we don't have a new page set up. The URL was not found, so we need to go make that page. But if you look up in the address bar, you can see new page.php/fname equals Tony and age equals 19, and that we hit submit. And submit equals submit because we set the name. So let's make a new page, and I'll explain a little bit more. So what was it? New page. Okay, now we have a new page, and let's start. So again, we set a form. We gave the action to the form new page.php. What this does is it sends the information we submit to the new page.php. The method we're using is get. We have an input type text, which is a text field, and the name of this text is fname. We have an age, input type text, name, age. So how would we access the fname that they typed in and the age name that they typed in? Well, simply we would do this. Echo get, what do you think goes here? Fname. And we'll also echo get age, and we'll say and I'm kind of doing this just so that you guys can see a little bit more concatenation. It's Tony. Tony. Now, of course, this didn't have to be called like this. I decided to do this just so I can show a little bit more concatenation because I know it's probably confusing a few of you. But let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. Okay, so let's refresh this. Okay, submit. And now we have your name is Tony and your age is 19. And let me go ahead and add another space there. Okay, let's refresh that. Okay, so we have your name is Tony and your age is 19, and we still have that. There we go. Your name is Tony and your age is 19. And what's going on is we're sending all the information through the URL to newpage.php. So we're sending all the information can be seen in the in the address bar or the URL, and this is very unsecure. You would not send data like passwords and sensitive data like that over with the get function. You would use the post, not the get. But you can send just normal data that you don't care that the user will be able to have access to. So that is how you send data. What else should we get? Should there be another example? Actually, I think that will do it, guys. Let's go over this, a quick summary one more time. To send data to different pages through the URL using the get function, you simply create a form, specify an action. You then specify the method you're using, which will be post or get. In this tutorial, we're using get. You need to, if you're going to have input fields, you need to have a name on the input field so you know how to call that function. And make sure that you guys practice this and have some fun with this. In the next tutorial, we will be going over we will be going over post, which is similar to get, just a little bit more secure, and it can hold more data. Remember that get cannot hold too much data over the URL, so I would recommend, if you're doing big stuff, use post. This has been DontRTFM with your 13th PHP video tutorial. I will see you in your 14th. Remember, comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps me more than you know. Bye.